Right, thank God. Now we are live on YouTube. Say hello, YouTube. Guys, let me introduce myself. I'm Fabio. I'm 42 years old. I have been as a host on TNT about 1 year. And as a talker, I think 2 years and a half. I think so. And I would like to know about you guys. Aline, could you please introduce yourself for us?
Yeah, for sure. I am Aline. I am 28. I'm from São Paulo, and I have a little daughter. She is 6, and I don't know. I've been working as Android developer, so I stay online all the time, every day. So I think it's all.
Great, great. It's a pleasure to meet you, Aline. I think it's the first time we talk to each other, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, awesome. And do you live in the capital, in São Paulo?
No, in a city called Barueri.
Barueri, right. Awesome. Thank you. Welcome for this meeting. And Katiana, I already know you, I already meet you, but I would like to listen and to introduce yourself. Would you please introduce yourself for us?
Yes, my name I am Catiana. I live in Vitória, Espírito Santo. I'm 38 years old. I'm married. I have a little daughter. My daughter have 5 years now, and I'm engineer. I work with projects at Petrobras. It's a crazy time because now I have 12 projects at the same time, and sometimes I have a crazy schedule, and I stay and talk and talk. I think it's probably 3 months. I think, but I feel my skills in English in this time it's improving because now it's more easy for me speaking English, and I stay and talking for improve these skills in English.
So, welcome again, Tatiana. It's a pleasure to be here with you and with Aline. Today, we're going to talk about banks, right? And uh, hypothetical questions about how deal with the banks. Let me share with you the questions. Can you guys see the questions on the chat box?
Yeah.
Awesome. Let's get started for the number one. If you give the chance, would you like to work in a bank? Katiana, I know you are an engineer, but would you, if you have opportunity, would you like to work in a bank?
I think it's depend because for in the bank you have the positions for engineer, and because the engineers make a project in the bank. I think if he this position it's with engineer or data science or Power BI, okay, for me I don't have problem with this. But if he stay in front of the people in the agents, I think it's the agents, I'd say no, because I think it's very stressed. You have many, I don't remember meta in English, but the people say as metas dos bancos são loucas para você conseguir bater. And for me, I don't like this.
I heard about it. It's a little crazy for sure.
Yes,
And
yes.
awesome. What about you, Aline? What's your opinion about it? If you would you like to work at a bank? In your profession, I think we have a lot of develop.
Yeah, it's easier. I already worked in 3 banks.
What
Yeah.
what? What one?
Itaú, Bradesco, and C6 Bank. And I worked at PicPay. PicPay is in Vitória, a financial app.
Yes, it's in my city.
Yeah.
We are neighbors.
Yes, I have many friends in the PicPay.
Yeah, me too. So I like it too much to work in this place, but I agree with Tatiana, because the goals is so hard to achieve. So I left all these banks.
I get it. And Antonio, welcome aboard.
Guys, everyone.
How are you?
Okay, I'm very so because I'm tired, but okay.
Get it. And let me ask you a question. It's your first time here or not?
No. I'm a student.
Awesome.
Other
Awesome.
other.
So, and do you know how TNT works, right?
Sorry.
Do you know how TNT this meeting works?
Yes.
Awesome. It's the most important thing. And today we are talking about banks. And I'm going to share with you the questions in the chat box. Just a second. Can you see the questions?
Yes.
Great. And we just get started talking about the question. And the question number one is, if you give the chance, would you like to work in a bank? Oh, I'm sorry.
No problem, man.
Did you get it, the question?
Oh, sorry. Oh, one moment.
Don't worry, take your time.
I working in a bank, right? I'm working at PicPay.
PicPay, we just
Yes.
was talking about this one. And do you enjoy work there?
Yes, it's very cool working the PicPay. I like.
How long have you been working there?
I working 10 months, right?
10 months. Awesome. I never worked in a bank. I always work in a metal companies. It's my field that I've been working. But I'm a little curious about in this kind of environment. I heard good things and bad things about it. All
PicPay
right.
is a small bank, right? No, it's not a conventional bank.
But it has been increasing a lot in this last
Yes.
day. Yeah.
The culture of PicPay is different of the conventional banks.
Yeah, it's true. So you can move on for the next one, or someone would like to add something for the first question? Awesome. Let's move on for the number two. Take a look in the number two. If you could change one thing about the banks in your country, what would it be? What would it be, Aline? I see a little smile in your face. I'm a little curious about it. Yes.
Bureaucracy.
Yes, me too.
Yeah, it's so hard to get anything in conventional banks. I don't like it.
Yeah. Sometimes it's so hard to solve just a little problem because I'm not sure about the word, but bureaucracy.
Yeah, and everything you want to do has tax. to pay.
Yeah, it's true. And what's your thoughts about it, Katiana? Would you like to
I
change
think
something?
yes, I disagree. The bureaucracy, I think it's your uh, um, I lost I lost time in the bank sometimes, and I think the bureaucracy it's very boring. Many in many banks, and I hate Itaú because because in the past I lost many times in the bank. I don't have time for go to the bank, and when I go to the bank I lost 2 years, 3 years, and 2 hours, sorry, in the bank. And for me it's crazy because the people now don't have time for this, and I changed my bank for the new bank because now I don't go to the bank, and I pay everyone and all my accounts in the app. For me, it's very easy. I resolve everything in this app. But 6 months ago, the company when I work put all the employers in Banco do Brasil. it's it's crazy because I think the company have a incentivo, I don't remember, for put the employers in this bank. But with this bank it's okay for me because I don't have difficulty, and the app it works very well. But I hate the Itaú because my I don't like this bank and the other banks too.
Yeah,
I think the
I I
bureaucracy
I,
it's
I
it's
can
unnecessary.
understand you. And I deal with two banks, and Bradesco and Nubank. And I don't have a good experience with Bradesco, but I like to deal with Nubank too. Nubank it's easier to deal to solve the problems. I think I'm not sure about the word, but digital banks it's a thing that's have been working very well for a lot of people, in my opinion. And what about you, Antonio? What's your opinion? Would you
I
change
don't like
something?
the bureaucracy, but I don't really like receiving calls like the card offer. All right, I hate it. Uh, but it's okay.
And PicPay has been becoming a digital bank like a new bank. I think it have been working.
Yes,
It's the same way,
the same way.
and the things is doing well. It's working well.
Yes, yes. The two banks have
PicPay it's
uh,
very it sorry
no
in
problem.
Espírito Santo PicPay it's very strong because
Yes,
here everyone pay with PicPay. I
yes,
I I pay everything and everyone with PicPay.
yes.
Great.
The
The
PicPay born
dentists, the
in
doctors, the many people, the the man in the pula pula of my daughter.
PicPay born in Vitória, Espírito Santo.
Yes, born in here. I think now the company changed it for São Paulo. Is correct?
Yes, yes. Vitória and São Paulo. The, the how
Great.
do you say
Great.
said? All right, I don't know because
And I forget the word. And filial, I know it's a branch, but it's a real name for the matriz, but I forget right now. I see this word
yes.
this week in my studies. And Aline, what's your opinion about digital banks?
For me, it's the best. I
Yeah.
love it. I
Have you
only
been?
use, yeah,
Which
I,
one do you use?
Nubank. Nubank for
Awesome.
me is the best,
Yeah,
the
for
best
me
one.
too. For me too.
I use the many banks, digital banks, Nubank, PicPay, and uh, I don't remember now. But
It's a lot of them
Yeah,
right
C6,
now.
Real Bank,
Yeah, it's a
uh,
tendency in the world.
original and
Yeah,
Inter.
Inter. Inter. I have accounts in all banks.
very good, very good. All right, guys, let's move on for the next one, number 3. And oh, it's a hypothetical situation. I hope everyone here don't need to pass through that. And if you were in a bank and it was being robbed, what would you do? What would you do, and Katiana?
If I was in the bank and I see the people robbed me, I I think I think I speak with my, how do you say, gerent manager. I say,
Manager. But it's like
yeah.
a robot you with a lot of gas with your
I
huge
think
guns,
I pray for God for protect me, and I
It's a
think
really, really difficult
some
situation. Yeah, it's a very good idea. Pray for God in
but
this
now
moment.
it's not common the Robert the bank
Yeah,
knowing
in São
some is not.
Paulo, we have been passed through a difficult situation because right now it's not about bank, it's about stories that she sells a lot of deals and supermarkets. It's a hard moment about it right now.
I remember
And
when
two mouse was still this last week, I think so. I watching something on TV.
I remember two situations in the past with this, because when I was a student in UFRJ, in that time it's very common they rob the bank with the guns. And I have the I had the in that time I have classes, and in these 2 days I don't go to the classes. Eu matei a aula. And in these two days the bank, in that time is Real Bank, Banco Real. It's robbed with the guns, with metralhadora. It's a
Oh
crazy
my
time.
gosh. Oh
Yes,
my gosh.
and I think my angel is very it's a big protector.
And what about you, Aline? If you were in the bank in the right moment that this kind of thing happens, how do
I,
you deal with this situation? Do you have this experience, first of
no,
all, or not? Oh,
never.
thank God.
Yeah, I probably hide myself and call the police. I don't know.
Yeah, call the police if you had an opportunity, right?
Yeah, and try, like Katiana said.
Yeah, I can't imagine I passed through this situation. Antonio, do you have this experience or not?
Uh, I think I would make a little noise as possible and try to get out of this situation as soon as possible. All right. But it happened once that a security guard accidentally shot into the ceiling, and I tried to jump over the counter. So is
Yeah,
very
it's I probably will do the same thing in this situation
uh,
and riding inside of some kind of place we has possible to. to write it myself. All right, let's move on for the next one, number 4. I can't imagine that. I think it's not possible. But what would the world be like if there were no banks? How do you imagine, Antonio, if there's no N bank in the world?
So less bureaucracy, uh, less fees, and but less credit too, correct?
Yeah.
uh,
Do you think that the situation bank it's necessary right now for everybody
I
nowadays?
think it's yes, but I don't believe with uh, this equal the banks now, right? It's the banks, the actually banks is very difficult, but for all. But the digital banks is some different of the banks, traditional banks, right? Uh, but
I'm
it's very necessary. It's necessary, all right? It's necessary.
very good, very good. Thank you, Antonio. I'm a little curious about a developer. Aline, what's your opinion about the question?
Mm, I think
Do you
would be
think it's
hardest.
necessary?
Yeah, because I guess it's necessary for population because the banks give us opportunity to give some money and to lend money, and I don't know. Yeah,
To
I
pay
don't have an
people,
opinion.
right? To
Yeah,
pay our bills, it's necessary. And in my opinion, Pix it's very useful, and nowadays we can pay everybody by Pix, and it's easier. It's a little dangerous. I think it's need to be safer than right now because we have been a lot of problems with this
yeah.
transaction.
It
But
would
it's a
be
good idea, a very good idea for population.
yeah. It would be like in the past. Yeah, you need to pay each other with money, paper. Uh,
Yeah.
it's not secure. It's I don't know.
No, it's not safety for sure. I think it's bank. The situation it's very necessary
Yeah, it's a
for
good idea.
everybody. What's your opinion, Katiana? Thank you, Aline. Are you there? We can't we can't listen to you, Katiana.
I think the banks
Right.
it's necessary. The life with the digital. You are listening me?
Yes, I can hear you right now.
So,
Go ahead,
okay,
please.
okay. I think the banks it's necessary, and the digital banks it's necessary because uh, the banks make the life more easier with apps, with digital accounts. But for me, it's imagining the life without banks. I think it's difficult because, for example, if I have my payment and I stay with a lot of money and I go to the bank for pay my accounts, it's crazy for me. Fancy with this because I think it's dangerous. You go to the street um, with a big quantity of reais I think I don't imagine the life without banks.
Yeah, I agree with you for sure. So guys, take a look the number 5. I think it's a normal situation. And if the bank tellers in a certain bank were very rude to you, would you still go there? Would you still go there, Aline?
No, because we have so many options and I don't need to stay in this bank. I think the consumer is the priority.
Yeah. It's not necessary to deal with this kind of situation.
There are so many options. So
yeah.
I can
Thank
choose
God.
another.
Yes. And you have an opportunity to how can I say, to make a reclamation to Reclame Aqui, for example. I love Reclame Aqui.
Yeah.
It's a very good website.
Procon.
Yeah. Yeah. What about you, Antonio?
Hey, we thought that the boat will not return, man. Not return.
Yeah, it's a obvious question, right? It's, I think the opinion is always the same. Katiana, please share with us your opinion about it.
I think if I stay in one place and the people is rude with me, I don't put my food there again, and I go to the other bank because now it's very common. You have many kinds of banks, different kinds of banks with different visions, and it's very easy now. We are open a new account in the other bank and go with your money for the other bank because I think the consumer is the priority in the bank because the consumers go with money in the bank. If you don't have consumers, you don't have money, and
Yes.
your bank you probably
I
lost
totally
the.
agree with you, with Antonio and Aline. I think we share the same idea about it.
Yes.
And let me see the number 6. If a bank teller made a mistake, would you still trust the bank? Yeah, I think it depends on the situation. But I'm curious, Antonio, what's your opinion?
Oh, I would complain a lot.
Me too.
It would be a problem, but I just won't trust it if it was frequent, because human errors happen all the time, right? But I would complain a lot, man.
Yeah, I had a problem with Bradesco some years ago, and every month the bank takes some money from my account, and I don't know why. It's not a lot of money, but every month I need to go there and talk to assistant to solve my problem. It was very stressful for me.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
problem, man.
And Aline, what's your opinion?
Yeah, I agree with
Oh,
Antonio.
I'm sorry.
It's okay, don't worry.
Go ahead.
I agree with Antonio because some mistakes can happen. It's normal. Human can do mistakes, but if the frequency is so high, so I searching for another bank, another option.
Thank you. I'm sorry about my dog. It's
Oh, no
because
worries, no worries.
someone came here right now. Katiana, what's your opinion?
I think it's depend of the quantity of money, but probably I stay very I see more times, and probably I change for other bank or looking for other bank
Guys,
because
I'm so sorry. I need to answer my gate. And Aline, could you please ask the question for people we talk? And it's just 2 or 3 minutes. I come back.
Okay.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Tatiana.
and no, I finish my opinion.
Okay. What do you do if the bank mistakenly gave you $1 million? Antonio.
Without adults, I would try to understand why this money apparent in my account.
Yeah, give
And
your money.
yes, I would return the amount without a double, right? Uh, that's it.
Yeah. Probably I would run away. And you, Tatiana?
I agree with Antonio. I think the first thing is see this quantity of money, and I understand. But I think if the money is not me, I return for the bank, for the other people. I think last month or 2 months ago, one company put in make a mistake in put. I think it's $500,000, $500,000 in the account of the employer, and this employer pay for a new houses and lost with the money. I think
Okay.
this thing happens with the global, I think.
Oh,
Yeah, I saw
Yes,
this
I
note.
think it's with the global. I seen in the newspaper.
Guys, I'm so sorry. Because I need to sign a document. I'm sorry. But I came back. And what the question?
Number 7,
Number 7. Who answered the question?
everybody.
Everybody. So let's
Yeah.
move on for the next one. We can move on. Would you like to add something else?
Okay.
Thank you so much, Violin.
You're welcome. If you took a big loan from a bank and you couldn't pay it off, what would you do?
I have no idea. It's a hard question. I've never deal with this situation, thank God. But in my opinion, everyone that took a loan intend to pay for that. But the situations in the life change all the time. For example, if you get a loan to open a business, for example, business doing well, okay, we get paid for it, but sometimes doesn't work this way. I don't judge anyone about it. What's your opinion,
Yeah.
Antonio? Oh,
I don't know, man. I don't know. I think I would look for methods that could generate your extra income, but I don't know. I don't know.
Aline.
My name would be SPC forever.
It's depending
Maybe.
of the quantity of money.
Yeah, a big
It's true.
loan.
If you don't have money to pay,
Yeah.
unfortunately, it's a consequence. Go
Yeah,
ahead, please.
I do nothing. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's the reason because I never loan from a bank because I don't know another day. So, for example, I can lost my job and I couldn't pay it.
Yeah, it's a difficult. I met some people that had this kind of problem and can't pay for it. Can't pay, unfortunately. But I don't judge because the things change all the time about life. Katiana, how would you deal with this kind of situation, this kind of problem?
I think it's a big problem because you don't it's no imagine you're lost your job or sometimes you're lost your husband or wife and you don't it's happen and I think I looking for other things and improve my money sometimes but I think it's if you don't possible for you pay for the things stay with the bank speak with the manager and discuss this about this because I speak with um, one friend and my friend have a big I don't remember the empréstimo. I don't remember this. And she's a dentist. And during this pandemic, don't receive the don't receive money because the the consultório, I don't remember the consultório, it's closed during the pandemic. And she have a big dívida with the bank and she discussed with the bank and after I speak with my friend I changed my mind because the bank received a lot of juros. I don't remember juros in Brazil and this credit when you she explains me when you quando você pega um empréstimo esse risco está embutido and this I think it's happened because you don't it's the pandemics happen the diets happen lost the jobs happen it's
Yeah,
not good but happen all the time.
yeah. I believe, in my opinion, everybody that gets a loan temptation to pay his bills, but sometimes the things don't happen how you plan, right? And let me see the number. I'm lost. I'm sorry. The number
Nine.
9.
Nine.
Yes.
9. Yeah. Oh, the number 9. If you saved millions of dollars in a bank and you went break, what would you do? I probably will cry a lot. I I become very crazy because madness. Every man that you have in a place and you lost all of a sudden, it's a hard thing to deal. Madden, how did you deal with the situation, Aline? $1 million.
Oh, I
One
don't
day you
know.
have, other day do you don't have.
Yeah, because this value is big, and I imagine, for example, I'd spend all my entire life to get this quantity. So I don't know what I would do
Me neither.
in this case.
I have no idea how I will deal with situation because
Yeah.
I don't have $1 million right
Yeah.
now, but I imagine if I lost everything that I have right now,
Yeah. I
it's
think
hard to imagine.
I
It's
imagine depression
scary me.
is
Yeah,
sure is
of
the
course,
is the
for
way.
sure. Of course, for sure. Antonio.
Oh, it will be sad. I don't know, man, but I certainly would leave it on just on bank. We can't bet our chips on just on pot of gold, right? But I don't know. I don't know.
Awesome. Katiana.
I think I'm freaking out. I think it's this word because it's very difficult. In the past, my mother and my father lost all the money, and with the plano color,
Yeah,
and
I
it's not
remember my
a million.
parents
Yes, it's not a
tell
million
me
of
about it.
reais, but dollars. But in that time, it's a very difficult time in my in at home in my house. And my mother and my father it's work in a farm, and she put a colheita do café inteira in the bank. In the other month, the Zélia and Collor close the banks, close the I don't remember the poupança. It's a very difficult time, and I think it's crazy. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
I remember a lot of news about people that came themselves because of the situation. I remember it was a crazy moment for a lot of people. All right, guys. Would you like to add something else? We can move on for the next one, the last one, actually. And if you become a victim of identity theft and you lost a lot of money, would you blame the bank? And would you blame the
Man,
banks, Katiana?
Sorry, Fabio, my daughter stay. How is the
The,
question number 10?
number 10.
If you become a victim of
Don't worry
identity.
about it. Would you like to read for you again? No
Okay,
problem.
if you become a victim of identify the and you lost a lot of money, would you blame the bank? Yes, because it's difficult because now every moment you have a new fraud in the bank, and I think it's depends because sometimes the the ladrões, I don't remember the ladrões, but send a message in the WhatsApp if you click you lost your money in the bank. I think it's
Theft
depends.
and internet, it's very unsafe right now, and a lot of things has been happened about it. Your data, yeah, a lot of things have caused a lot of problem with the banks and some kind of station. My mother have a huge problem about it, but thank God the banks give back the money that some people steal from her. And Katiana, as a developer, do you know a lot of problems about that, right? About your days right now?
Me,
If
Aline?
yes,
Okay.
and if you have this kind of experience or not?
No, because I develop the features and I don't deal with thief and problems, issues, clients
I
issues.
would you blame the bank if this kind of thing happens with you or not?
No, no. I already had my card clonado. I don't know.
Yes.
And in this case, I didn't blame the bank because it's my fault. I passed the cards in unknown places. So I just want the bank support me to solve the problem, but
Great.
not the bank's blame.
And how the things went up? The things went up good or bad? You can have your money again back?
Yeah, no bank was fast to resolve it. I put my disclaimer in the app and the bank give me back my money.
Awesome. Awesome. It's a good news.
Yeah.
And
The
Antonio,
bank is very cool.
yeah, what's your opinion about the question number 10?
Oh, it depends. If it was specific from that bank, yes, but I would look for ways not to assume that's loss, right? Uh, depends.
All right. And guys, I would like to say thank you for everybody for attending this meeting. Just I remember, I'm not a teacher, right? I'm here just for guidance in this conversation. And I enjoy a lot to talk in English and learn a lot of things. I'm always learn something from you guys. And but before I finish this meeting, I'm a little curious. Katiana has been I met her sometime because she has been attending in this meeting. But I'm a little curious. Antonio, how long have you been studying English?
Oh, I study English 2 years, but I don't now I improve my English speaking a lot, all right?
Yeah.
But
You're doing very well, for sure. Congratulations.
oh, thanks, man, thanks.
And thank you so much for attending in this meeting. And you are always welcome for be here with us, right?
Okay,
And
thanks, man.
Aline, how long have you been learning English? Because your English is very good.
I don't know. My history with English is so longer because I started to learn maybe when I was 14. Yeah, 14. But I never focus in improve my English. So I just learn a lot
How long
here.
have you been focused in your English?
1 year.
1 year. You are doing very well. You have a good pronunciation. You're talking. You feel very comfortable when you talk in English. Congratulations.
Thank
And
you.
you are very welcome here in this meeting, right? Please
Of course.
attending this meeting as you as possible. Right, I need to say bye-bye because we have other meeting after that with Melissa.
Okay.
And thank you, Aline, thank you, Katiana, thank you, Antonio, and have a great weekend, right? Because tomorrow is Friday, thank God.
Yeah, thank God.
Yes, man. Thank you, guys.
See you,
Thank you.
bye-bye, take it
See
Bye-bye,
easy.
you.
guys.